Hey everyone, John Runner 88 here, again with another Star Wars toy review. This time it is the Vintage Collection Remnant Stormtrooper. Not too much to say for this guy. If you are familiar with the Rogue One Stormtrooper and the recent Incinerator Stormtrooper, or Incinerator Trooper, and the Mimban Stormtrooper, they all have the same body, and it's a great body. It's very nice. Um, it's definitely the definitive Stormtrooper body. Um, and all they've really done is just change up the paint on him. And like with the Mimban Trooper, he's got a different helmet, slightly different helmet, with like a blast shield thing on it, and the soft goods cape. And then this guy, he's just the regular Stormtrooper, but with the added kind of like yellowing to like some bits of his armor, and then the black markings. We have the card back, which it's a pretty nice one. If it wants to focus, there we go. And I'm pretty sure this is an image taken from the show when the Mandalorian Din Djarin is walking into the client's little compound, and their stormtroopers are just eyeing him up and stuff. Yeah, it's on a Mandalorian card back. Pretty nice. It's pretty the same red as the Rogue One Trooper. It would probably been nice if they gave it a different color, because, I mean, just to change it up a little bit. But it's a nice picture. Nice high quality one. Just weird because, like, some pictures are, like, fuzzy and, like, they make them look like they're old. Like, for some of, like, the Mandalorian ones, they're, like, a little fuzzy, grainy looking. And then with that one, it's just, like, nice high contrast or high quality. Yeah, to the trooper himself, he's in a nice action pose. Such a like the only thing that they could add to this figure would be rocker ankles, but it doesn't need them. Like you can get them in plenty of poses. But that's like the only articulation that you could add to this guy. Other than that, it's a perfect Stormtrooper sculpt. Just my cut still. It's not fully healed. It's getting there. Yeah, I like because I think on the Black Series, the back of the Remnant Trooper doesn't have any like weathering. I'm not 100% sure. I think I saw in a video that is the case with the Black Series one. Don't hold me to it though, but I think I know I've heard in someone's video that I watched that the back of something didn't have any weathering, and this would make the most sense. But yeah, I like it. It's got this like little dark patch there. I'm probably gonna add maybe like a little extra to them, just because the only downside I think with figures like this, like if it's an army builder, same with the Mimban. The Mimban's not as bad because there's a lot of like weathering on them. So if the deck goes off like a little bit, it makes the whole thing look different. Sorry, that's a little bit of a burp. But these ones, it's almost like an identical like weathering from this guy to this guy. There's like a few spots where there's like a little extra, a little less, but I might get into like the crevices and just add a little extra weathering, especially on the back. There's not much black weathering. I think I'd definitely get in there with some griminess. But this guy, this trooper, I don't know. I'm not 100% on like every figure that's been in the vintage collection. I don't think we've had a sand trooper. If we have, just do a sand trooper from something else. I don't know, and just make a sand trooper for us with this. And if you've got one with like there's like the orange and black pauldron ones, and they could definitely give us both, and we will not complain. We want that. We want lots of troopers, Hasbro, and this guy's just ready. I'm probably gonna do up a little like kit bash thing for sand troopers, and taking this guy's inspiration right here. Don't mind his gun that's floating in the air. But I really think they're going to use this to make sand troopers. It definitely seems like the perfect thing to do because this backpack plugs in right here. I did mention this in the Incinerator Trooper video. I think they're just going to pop that off, make a new like sand trooper backpack that can just pop into the top there, and then it like they glued it to like the back strap right there, so it's just glued on at the bottom. So this is definitely like a pauldron and like strap setup to be kind of like universal, or like yeah, just be reused and stuff. Because it'd be super easy. I'm gonna dismember this guy real quick because I do have some stuff here. Look, I already got him. Look, I already made him. There you go. There you go, Hasbro. There's your sand trooper. The head's gonna sit a little high. I'm probably gonna have to like sand down or something. These pauldrons are very thick, so I'm gonna have to do a little something to it. But yeah, here's the proof of concept. Got there he is. I've got a sand trooper for you. And then I'll do you even better. He's got the gun too. See? Just strap it. Hey. I'm looking for some droids. You got any? Looking for specific ones. No? Alright. Yeah, there you go. A little proof of concept. Super easy. Hasbro just needs to do it. Do it. Do it. Do it, Hasbro. Yeah. I like these reviews because it's a fun way to just, look at the figure a little closer, kind of just like with the Incinerator Trooper, seeing those little, the pegged in backpack like that. Just shows you that they're able to really pump out these figures if they wanted to and give us tons of different variations of just the Stormtrooper. Like, give us a Sand Trooper with a orange pauldron, Sand Trooper with a black pauldron, two more. I think there's even a third color. I think there might be like a gray one too or something like that. Even if there isn't, just make a gray one. Just call him like a lieutenant or something like that. Just figures to fill the pegs. You could do like, Hasbro could do like vintage collection main waves, and they could do like a side wave with just like army builders or something, and then they could just pump that stuff out and just keep at least some of the pegs in stores filled up. That would just alleviate a lot of the frustrations with a lot of collectors. Do a side wave just like the archive collection with the Black Series figures. Do that with the vintage collection, but they keep repacking old vintage collection figures with to replace like waves that could be new figures. So what Hasbro should be doing is the main wave that consists of all new figures, or like a repack from like a previous wave, but like figures where it's their debut in the vintage collection should be in the main waves, and then not after the main wave sells out, but while the main wave is still coming out into stores, you can also have like an army builder wave of figures. You could even like repack, like do like a different, style package form or something. Just like instead of the archive, be like just the vintage collection archive collection. But yeah, they definitely need to do something like that. And like droids here, like that's another thing you could do. They had the Galaxy's Edge branded droids, the Droid Depot. You could even do like something like that, like build a droid, like small droids to have on the shelves while the pegs are being slightly warmed by figures that are actually going to sell. But yeah, they need to figure something out because I'm tired of every like the store I work at, when we get vintage collection in for a wave, we get one case of vintage collection figures for my store. One case. That is per wave. One case. The only time, like, if we're lucky, we get two. But even then, like, there are some waves where only one figure comes in a case. How are you going to, like, how can you combat the secondary market in any way and alleviate our frustrations when it comes to finding these figures if some of these figures are only going to be like, you're only going to have like what, like maybe, like in the city I'm in, there's, I want to say a total of maybe like t- I'll be generous and say maybe like 10 stores that get like new waves of vintage collection figures, not counting like comic shops that like up the prices as for like, you know, if they're difficult to find or something. But if you want retail purchases, like retail price um, figures, there's maybe like 10 places in my city. If each one of those places gets like one case of figures with like the last wave, the armorer was one per case. So there would only be 10 armorers in my city. That's ridiculous. That's just like, that shouldn't be happening. Because the collectors get them. You can't even expect a child to get into like figures and stuff if you put that few figures out there. It can't happen. The collectors get them first, which, you know, it's, you know, we've got cars. I'm sorry, we've got cars and money, kids. I'm sorry, but it shouldn't be the case. If a kid wants a stormtrooper, they're gonna want stormtroopers. There's like the most recognizable, like like villains, like sci-fi characters out there next to like Darth Vader. Everybody knows what a stormtrooper is. Everyone knows what Darth Vader is. But just fill the pegs with stuff like this. Have a presence in the aisles because you got nothing right now. Um, you got like some Babu Fricks. Even the Baby Yodas are sold out right now. The Grogu's. But regardless, Hasbro needs to figure something out. Get more figures out there. They can take a bunch of those Ghostbusters figures back and melt them down and make some Star Wars figures, I guess. It's called recycling. Let's think green, people. Think green, make some more white stormtroopers and other troopers. There are plenty of different colored stormtroopers. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye, guys.